Hey everybody, and welcome to the Just Okay podcast with Whitney Ledesma.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back, or welcome to the Just Okay podcast. I am Brittany Ledesma, and I am here with my guest,
Nicholas Ceppaglia.
Ceppaglia.
That's how it's pronounced.
Is that Italian?
It is Italian,
Okay.
yeah.
I knew it.
Yep.
Just tanner white people. Is it? I had an Italian tell me that they didn't count as white. What is your stance on that?
I mean, I'm Italian and German. I identify with the color of my skin,
Okay.
So I mean, I don't feel like I'm anything special. I think I'm just, the average
I don't
white
think
guy.
you're special either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's just plug it in already. Just okay.
I need to get one of these.
Oh my god, it's been a game changer. I just like that I could add the Law and Order sound effect.
That is pretty cool.
Especially because, I mean, I probably talk about rape a lot on here, so it's nice to just...
Special victims unit.
And then Philip recorded all the other ones, though, for me, and so it's just like...
Hey, I'm Brittany, and I like to go on walks. Oh, all the time. Oh, it's 4 miles away. Let's walk.
I mean, he's just fat, so that's why he recorded
Philip
that.
Garcia?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him last night. I like that guy.
Yeah. Do you want to give a little spiel on who you are?
My name is Nicholas Ceppaglia. I'm from Fresno, California. I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been doing stand-up for about 7 years. And I just recently moved to Austin about 3 months ago. Yeah, I deserve that.
Yeah.
I deserve that for getting the hell out of my town.
Yeah, another California, moving to Texas.
Yeah, but, I just came for the stand-up,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't think anyone's like, Texas, I want to find a man and keep him. Let's go there.
Definitely.
Can't.
Although, Austin just reminds me of, a cleaner San Francisco.
A little bit
And
less hilly.
Yeah, and then where I'm from, it's basically like Texas wannabes. So, I mean, the culture is basically the same here. I was driving here, and I saw a lifted truck with tires that stuck way out and had the giant exhaust, and I was like, yeah, I'm home. I'm home for sure. This reminds me of home.
We're trashy. We pretend to be liberal in Austin. It's definitely a lot of PC-ish things. I don't know how I do in California because, in Austin, I think it's already, very, you can't say a lot of things. But...
I don't know. It seems like people say a lot of things you can't say in California. That's for sure.
That's fair. That is true.
I mean, I heard the homosexual F word probably 100 times the first 2 days I was here. And that was on stage through microphones.
Okay,
from
just because
comics.
I say it doesn't mean. Do I, I just say I've eaten enough pussy to say it, okay?
Okay. I mean,
it's, throwing out the N-word. That's, that makes sense.
yeah, I mean, he is black, so.
I know. He's the blackest person I know.
Yeah, I mean, he's the blackest guy with autism I've ever met.
What if I just photoshopped this picture of him black?
No, I think you got to put him on a black guy, but just with his white face and his red hair.
I'm going to bleep out his name and that one will just be for people who get it.
Yeah, that'll be for us. Everyone will know we're talking about that guy.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, God. Love it. So
I like your little studio set up here. It's
yeah,
awesome.
Thank you. It's
like
a lot of pictures of myself. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's nice.
I
You have furniture, which is something my apartment lacks.
know.
So it's nice. I did just get a bed, though.
Okay, congratulations. Moving up in the world.
Moving up in the world.
It's are you even a comic if you have a bed now?
I don't know, but I didn't buy it myself. A fan from Instagram bought it for me.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah, because it was funny. One person made a joke about, hey, you should make an Amazon. They saw a video, a reel I did, and my apartment was completely empty, and they're like, you should put your Amazon wish list on your Instagram. So I went online and I made one, and then I just put it in a couple stories, and some lady bought me a $900 bed.
That's insane.
The mattress showed up the other day. The sheets, pillows, and then when I got home from work today, the frame was there.
So you have a sugar mama.
I've got a couple.
Oh, that's insane.
I've got that one that bought me the bed, super nice. And And then have another one that I'm going on vacation with next month to LA. She's going to be in California at the same time I'm going to be there. So she's like, just come stay with me at the hotel room. And she's like, I was like, all right. And she's like, you got to show me all the cool spots. I was like, I could take you to a bunch of cool spots. Like, it's like, yeah, I could take you.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You're living my dream.
I know. This is the first time, like, the first time I ever had fans, like, really, it's starting to, it's like, it's very minimal. It's like, I'm not like getting big headed about it at all, but it's just like, definitely appreciative. I'm like,
I just get feet pic comments and stuff.
You got to stop showing those toes.
I don't even show, I only showed one toe and I'm back in socks, baby, because none of y'all watched Philip's podcast.
Nope.
And it shows.
Hashtag
do better.
No free toes.
I know. No free toes. NFTs, baby.
That's right.
NFTs, baby. No free toes. Yeah. I still don't get what an NFT is. I feel like all guys are. It's so stupid. Why are we trying to make metaverse a thing and like NFTs a thing? It's like, yeah, we should actually have more incels in this world.
Part of me thinks that, you know, the whole pandemic was planned by the people in charge of wanting to build the metaverse, because they're like, oh, how are we going to get people to do this if they can go outside? You know, it wasn't China, it was Zuckerberg. You know, it's like, I'm going to make the metaverse. So we're going to trick all these people into staying at home and get super bored for a year, and then we're going to bring him this metaverse thing. We're going to make millions.
He wants the next group of children to be just as socially awkward as he is.
Oh, I know. It's going to be bad. But I have to admit, like, I've done a little bit of research on them and learning what they are. I'm getting ready to, like, start turning my paintings that I paint into NFTs and selling them. I'm not trying to buy paintings, but I'm trying to, like, make money off, like, my paintings.
That's a good plan.
And there's this cool thing about them where you can put like your royalty fee in it, like you make it, and then you can put like a 10 or 20% fee or how much you want. So if you sell it, let's say you sell it for like $500, and then let's say we get famous or something, and then somebody else sells it to them for like $1 million, I get like a percentage of that of every sale that ever gets sold on it comes back. So I was like, it's worth checking out. You know, that's as far as I'm going into it.
I have one white guy on my podcast, and now I want to get into NFTs. Damn it!
I know, right? Do stand-up clips and just sell your jokes that you retire, like as an NFT, like.
That's actually a good plan. Yeah, I don't want to ever release a special. I just want to sell my stand-up as NFTs.
Just joke by joke.
Joke by joke.
Joke by joke.
One joke a week.
One joke a week. Tony Hawk did this. I just saw this thing that Tony Hawk, he's like, I'm retiring these 10 tricks. I'm going to do them one last time and videotape them. And then I'm turning those clips of those tricks into NFTs and selling them. And I'm never doing those tricks again. And I was like, what a fucking genius. Like,
he hasn't retired already?
Well, no, he's retiring the tricks because they're too hard. Like, it's too much of a risk for him at his age. He's like, I think he's like late 50s, early 60s.
I thought you were going to say 70s. I was like, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, no, but he's still...
He's old.
But he's the man when it comes to skateboarding.
He's not retiring his Kohl's clothes.
No, definitely not. That's where he makes his big money.
He's got to make money from his homeschooled kids, for sure.
Those homeschools. That hot clothing with the flannel and the little logo, you know, you're just like, your mom shops at Kohl's.
Yeah, you're like, oh, God, that pussy's wet. You got Kohl's cash? You got Kohl's cash? You're coming home with me.
Girls will do anything for Kohl's cash.
Oh my God, that's true.
It's more valuable than cocaine to them.
That's true. I've heard it before.
Can I hit that bong?
Yeah, duh.
Yes. Right on the podcast.
I don't care. I'm not monetized. I don't think I could ever have my podcast monetized, first of all.
Well, this is CBD, just to be fair.
Yeah. To be fair, I only smoke CBD, but I will bleep out saying that.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. I realized what I said after I said it, but also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was more like a first hang.
Yeah, it's like a first hang. I don't know. I'm not good with dating chicks because I can never tell if they're actually into me or if they want to bully me or if they want to kiss me. It's just like uncomfortable.
Hey, welcome to the world of guys.
Yeah. I feel like a dude. I'm like, God, I just want to get in your pants. Like, how do I do that slickly?
Just let me in there.
Yeah. I'm just like going to be like, I feel like with women, I never have to ask for consent with men.
No, because consent was made up for girls to use against men.
That's true. That's true. I'm just like, what am I going to do? Like, I have to ask her multiple times. I feel like a dude right now.
Yeah.
It's a weird stance to have. I'm not ready for it, but
you know what's weird is, like, on the other hand, for me, at least in most recent months is I feel like the girl because I'm having girls like slide in my DMs and hit me up and buy me shit and then kiss me and like tell me I'm cute, asking if I want to hang out with them and go on hikes and stuff. And I'm like,
go on hikes? What? So they can kill you?
I know. Right? I mean, that's my move. You know, like
you're taking my move. What do I have to offer now? Damn it! Y'all like both get to the hike and you both have like chainsaws with you. Like, fuck. What are we gonna do?
I don't use dating apps, but I remember like all the. I remember when I did have them, and then I remember all the jokes about guys with like. And like taking pictures of them like hiking or like holding a fish or something. 6 months from now, like every girl's Instagram or Tinder or Bumble or Hinge profiles gonna be them holding a fish or in the woods. It's just everything's flipping right now.
One of my friends took a picture with a fish so she could beat a guy to it for her like Hinge account. She was like, "Yeah, they're gonna have to find me with a fish."
Oh, that's funny.
So she can provide. But yeah. So you are getting. What's the weirdest DM you've gotten from a chick?
The weirdest one I ever had was just like, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, but it was from like a burner account. And like someone was asking me what size shoe I wore. I'm like, what size shoe do you wear?
Now you know what it's like to be me.
Yeah. So that was pretty weird. Other than that, like I've never had any bad ones. Like that was the weirdest thing that I could think of. Everyone's always like really nice. And I was like, hey, hi, like, hey, how's it going? You're cute. Just, just shoot my shot. And I'm
do you
like,
ever get
cool.
that you're too hot to be funny?
No. I don't. No, I mean, I
would love to see chicks start doing that to you.
You're too hot to be funny.
I think that'd be so funny.
I don't think I'm that hot though. I'm like mildly attractive, but even then, like being a straight white and mildly attractive like male, like that's why like none of my material is my opinion because I'm like I'm not allowed to have an opinion anymore. You know, like
it's hard to have an opinion now.
That's why I just like I do jokes and observations. You know. But no, like other than that, everyone's usually pretty cool. I've had a couple that are just straight like nudes, like just sent to my phone, and I'm like,
is that appreciated or do you wish they asked?
You know what? Just for the sake of equal, it's like you should always ask. You know,
yeah.
Like, but I mean, it's flattering. But then again, like it hasn't been anybody where I'm like, oh hey, how's it going? You know, like afterwards, it's been like, oh,
that's nice.
That's nice. You know,
that's generally I feel like whenever I get a dick pic. First of all, no one ever asked for consent on those, which is fine. I enjoy looking at a good dick pic in the way that I like analyzing it.
Back when I was younger, like I used to do that. Because I was alive when cell phones became a thing.
Yeah.
And then I remember when they got cameras, and so it was like funny to do it to your friends. Like, but it was like but that was just like high school gay stuff. Like just sending it to your friends stuff, and then it started going. And then I can't say I haven't sent an unsolicited dick pic before because I have, and I mean now after like everything that goes on, you kind of feel a little bad later, and you're just like, man, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like like if I blow up, there'll be some people coming out like to be like, he sent me dick pics, like.
It'd be funny if they post the dick pic and it's like, well,
post it, go for it.
I just think just with like dick pics, I don't know. I feel like guys don't pay much attention to the detail of what's behind them, and that's always what I care about.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want it to be like, you wouldn't want to see like a nice dick, but then like a dirty floor.
Yeah, or or like just like vomit on the floor, or.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you're like, oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, he's really drunk right now.
Drunk.
I once got a dick pic from a guy and it was next to a water bottle, and then he sends me, oh, I'm so sorry, this is an old picture. I'm like, one, why do you have a file? Two, next to the water bottle? A little impressive, but why?
Yeah, no, like if I have sent one, like it's been in a conversation, like recently it's been in a conversation where it is reciprocated and it's wanted, but it's like even then, like as soon as I do it, I like go through, delete it out of my actual messages and then delete it off my actual phone. I was like, I don't want anyone
saying it.
I don't need like, cause like, oh, let me show you this picture of this time I went fishing with my friend, and you're just like scrolling through, oh shit, and they're just seeing like, they don't see it, but they see it, it's just like, they're like subconsciously, like that scene in Fight Club where it's like splices in the dick, like.
Oh God, that happened to me recently when I was getting my hair done by Grace Kirk. She was doing my hair and it was just
shout out Grace, she's dope.
She is dope and talented at doing hair and comedy. Mm-hmm. But she just saw on my phone. She's like, she was just like, I'm gonna ignore that. You keep doing your thing, but I'm just like, what are the other like? other things people say. Like, hairstylists must know all the secrets, considering, like, I don't ever think that they're going to be looking at my phone when I'm on it.
Well, it's like, think about it. Like, anytime you're sitting behind somebody, like, even if it's if you've ever been like in a theater or something, like we're watching or the movies and like you see someone open their phone, you're all like, oh, shit. You just kind of like lean a little closer and you're like, yeah.
Oh, that's true. I
have
such
really
a
good
bad
eyesight.
at that.
Like I can read really well. Like I can perfectly read like, oh, this is Sam the first night of bed when you left, like it just, and I can read from far, like decently far away. So I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on over here?
I do the same thing. It's really bad. I'm super nosy. I like don't care, but I'm also just like, I want to know what's going on in your life. I have nothing going on in mine.
That's what it is. You're just like, I wonder if this is gonna be good. Like, cause it's just
like
it's like when you see like the reels or the videos on like social media or YouTube or something. It's just like some guy like in college in the amphitheater, and it's like he's zooming in on somebody else's phone, and it's just like the worst. It's like something really bad. Like my favorite one was where this guy was just scrolling a message that was sent to him, and it just kept scrolling like one long paragraph, and it was going on for a minute, and it just made me laugh because the comment said like he did something wrong. Like it's just real.
It's always the worst getting one of those messages too, because it's like, one, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah.
Also, stop wasting your energy on me like that, like an entire fucking essay.
You know what I figured? I found the loophole around that. I'll text normal, but if it's something that I have to explain like that, I just go right to walkie-talkie mode, and I just tell them like, hey, in my own voice, they get the cadence, they get the tone, like everything, and it solved so many problems for me. Like, just like I don't have to sit there and text it. It's like, oh.
That's true. People overanalyze the voice because like I'm just like, oh, they must sound like a bitch if they're sending me like a long ass one. Yeah. It's like with the periods, you have to do exclamation points and smiley faces if you want people to know what.
Especially when I'm driving, that's the best. Someone sends text and just hit that walkie-talkie, send a voice memo, and hey, I'm walkie-talkie mode. I'm driving.
I got a long ass paragraph from this girl about not being overly nice to her anymore. I guess because I haven't gone on my way to hang out with her, and like we hung out one time, and I just had to say in the nicest way, like, we're not friends. Like, I don't know you like that. It's not me trying to be rude, but it's just like, I don't like you wasting your energy on me. I'm not worth that shit.
That's I think she might have liked you. Just want to hang out again. Just want to be friends.
I haven't hung out with her in like 9 months when she sent that. It's weird. Too little, too late. You could have had a child in that time frame.
True.
You could have had your entire life changed, gotten married, gotten engaged. But
broke up before the wedding. Moved to Texas.
Move to Texas. Change your name.
What would you change your name to?
I feel like my name I could change to Sam Lopez. Take over her identity.
Take over her identity.
I would change my name to Sam Lopez. Take over her entire identity. Or I could take over Derek Poston's identity.
You want either half of that.
I want one. I you know what? I'll just be both of them.
Yeah, I like
There
Derek.
doesn't need to be two of them.
Yeah. I briefly just met Sam like a while ago, and then I've met Derek years ago. Him and Hassan at at the place where we do comedy in Fresno, like years and years back, and then when I moved here, I ran into Hassan, and then he told me Derek was here too, so it was pretty cool. Like,
all three of them are such joys of people.
They are. They're the greatest.
They're wonderful. Derek is all of them are very funny.
It was funny. Me and Hassan were performing recently together, like some shows, and I was like following him each time. Yeah. And then it kind of became like this little inside joke. And then I was looking through old clips the other day, and I was like, one of the early times I was at the Ha Ha Comedy Club, I set up my camera, and then I was getting called on stage, and he had just finished and got off, and then the host came up and brought me on, and I sent him the clip. I was like, hey, I've been following you for years, dude. And he just started laughing.
I've been following you for years. Actually, I'm outside your window right now too.
That shirt looks good.
I like the Suda song. Keep it on.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. What's the weirdest job you've had?
The weirdest job I had? When I was 22, I used to work for a mortuary company. I used to pick up dead bodies.
Dead ass.
Dead ass, yeah. Like, no. I used to pick up dead bodies and, like, go and pick them up from the scene or where they passed and take them to the morgue or the funeral home. Nice. It was pretty cool. I mean, I was like 22, so I mean, I was working at a bank and I hated the job, and
you were like, okay, well, I don't have to deal with real alive people now.
Yeah, no, not anymore. It was I mean, at that point, it was pretty cool because it paid a lot. Like, yes, it did and it didn't. Like, it paid per body, and it was like, you know, anywhere from $25 to $50 a body.
Okay, so does it change on weight?
Not weight, but like the distance you drive.
Okay, yeah.
Like the distance you drive. But yeah, and then people you don't realize how how much people die like every day, like all the time. Just,
yeah.
Like
they're just people just die. It happens.
It does. It's brutal. Like I think the most I picked up in like one day was like 16.
Oh, that is a lot. Like
that was like there was a car crash and there was like multiple people
yeah.
at one spot, you know. But then that's still only like that was only 5.
Oh, yeah. I do think it would be funny though if they did it by weight. Like even when you're fat, your family's gonna pay.
Yeah, then they would probably pay even less. They'd probably pay like 50 cents on the dollar for every pound.
Every pound.
Every pound's 50 cents or something.
Oh God.
Not even then. That's way more. You'd still be getting paid way more money. Like if it was per pound.
Per pound. It's like, yeah, this man died of a heart attack. Please say it's a fatty. Please say it's a fatty.
Come on, like the biggest guy I'd ever like gone and picked up was like a 500-600 pound guy.
Oh God.
And then we had like firefighters helping us pick up. We had to put 2 gurneys under the person, and then they lift them up, and then they put them into the back of the.
Oh God.
At the time, we were driving like old like 2005s Chevy Suburbans with like tinted windows and 22s, because the company that like I worked for was actually just like. They just had a bunch of contracts, and it was just these people. It was kind of ghetto. Like
it's super. Hey, yeah, we'll pick up dead bodies for you.
Yeah, but man, it paid well. I mean,
yeah.
I was 22, and I was like I was on call for like 5 days a week for 24 hours a day. Like whenever I got a phone call, I had to go and do it, and then I had 2 days off. But when I first got hired, they're like, yeah, just drive around in this vehicle, keep a suit in the back, and do whatever you want. So I would like just. 22, hanging out with my friends that are like in college and out of college, you know, and like just partying the whole time, and just if we'd get a call, like be out partying at my friend's house, get a call and just like leave, and
that's it.
If I was drunk, you know, just go and like sober up in the bathroom real quick, and just go and sober up in the bathroom real quick and change, and then go to like a crime scene where like cars are flipped over on the freeway and seeing cops, and you're just all fucked up, and you're just like, hey Mark, what's up, dude? Like, hey Steve, how's the kids' soccer game? Like, you know, because you know all these guys from going to all these places. Like,
oh God, that sounds kind of like a dream job, honestly.
It was cool. I knew it was going to be an interesting job, and it definitely taught me a lot about like life and death. Like, and just gave me a little more sense of like I know that like the person is in the mind, you know, like because I've gone to scenes where I picked up kids I went to high school with, like who died in car accidents, you know, and like, oh shit, well that's so-and-so's body, like, but that's not so-and-so, you know, like, it's different. It's definitely weird, but I was like super desensitized already from like TV and movies and everything like that, because that stuff, whenever you see it in movies, that's exactly how it looks in like real life. It just smells. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I can't wait till they add scratch and sniffs to movies.
That's gonna be bad.
You have a new setting. Smell how bad the dead body is.
Ugh. I've smelled some pretty bad ones.
Just burnt skin.
Yeah, I've smelled that too. That's really bad.
That's
like my second day on the job was a car accident where the people inside, like the car caught on fire, and there's people inside that didn't make it out.
Yeah, whenever I drive past, because I've only driven past like 2 cars on fire, and it's just terrified me every time. I've fortunately haven't gotten into any bad wrecks or anything.
That's good. Yeah, no, it's I've seen some. Yeah, I've seen it all. Other than like any ocean related deaths, you know, like
ocean related.
You know, I've never seen somebody die by a shark, you know, or a shark, like anything like that. But anything like basic, you know, just pretty much seen it.
Yeah. God, what's the weirdest?
The weirdest thing, it just really the weirdest thing was this guy, this person killed himself, like he hung himself on like off a tree off the freeway, like the side. And so we went and got him, and we show up and the cops are all there, and he's just hanging from this tree, and there's like, you know, a note and everything, and like the cops are like reading it, and I'm there, I get to read it, like, or hear it read out loud, like, you know, it's like perks of the job. You get to hear like his last
you get all the dirty deeds. Yeah,
and he was just like, you know, it was just, they're all pretty much the same, like, oh, it's too hard for me, da da da. It's like, you know, I can't take it. And then but this guy had a little note. He's like, I'm leaving my dogs to my sister because I know she'll take care of them, love them. I can't believe I'm leaving them. But then, like, I was like, oh, and then, like, I look up, and he's hanging there by the dog leash.
Oh, what an asshole.
Just like,
Leave it for the dog. You
Just
didn't need
like-
to take that from him, too.
I was like, that's just so fucking weird, you know?
Yeah. Also, like, I can't. Suicide's one of those things, like, I sympathize so much for it, but it's like my siblings attempted suicide several times, and so I'm just like, after like that, it's desensitized me to be more like it's just a selfish thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they attempted.
Yeah. And yeah, I think it was like my first year in college I attempted suicide, and so it was just like I was like, fuck, you know.
Like, was that like for attention or was
it was like pills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like they were really trying to die.
Oh man, that sucks.
But it was like one of those like things where I think like having been around that and then a lot of overdoses and stuff, I was just like, you know, it comes to a point where it's just very selfish. Like, it's incredibly sad, but it's like, dude, your dogs. I think that's what gets me more. It's like, people will miss you, but your dogs, you're their whole world.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I have a cat and she like.
I think Willie would try and attempt suicide if I tried to kill myself.
Oh.
I think my dog would find a way to hang himself.
I have heartbreakers. I mean, he wouldn't have to try.
I don't even think. I think he'd just have to figure out how to get upstairs and then just jump off.
Yeah, he's like,
It's gonna be a jump for sure.
He's gonna learn a new skill getting up here, and then just fuck it, just jump right off.
Yeah, I do think that if something happened to me, my dog would find a way to kill himself. I think there would be one of the first suicides by dogs.
Yeah, and I know for a fact Steve would just start eating me, the cat, you know.
Oh yeah, well, cats they get over it fast, and they know that they need to use their resources wisely.
Yeah, like, oh, guess I gotta eat them.
I do. I love cats. I like cats because they're really good at boundaries, more than any other animal, I think.
Yeah, I mean, except when you shut the door.
That's true.
Then they're just meowing.
I think they're emotionally abusive a little bit.
Yeah, I always thought cats are cool. I thought it was always like cool to like. That's how I learned how to like talk to hot girls. Like whenever I'd see them at a bar, like wouldn't have any problem talking to anybody. Like especially if they're hot, I was like just treat them like a cat. Just like look at them and then don't say a word. They'll eventually come talk to you,
That's
or
true.
they won't.
And then when you close the door, there's scratch on it.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, people won't want what they can't have. I'm
That's
sure
true.
cats do. Cats do too.
Cats are the same. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Cats. I had a cat growing up, and she was the biggest bitch, and it's been such an inspiration in my life. She, I think she's like haunting my parents' house because like she died 5 years ago, but you can still smell cat pee in there every now and then, just like faint scents. And I'm like,
And they don't have a new cat?
They don't have a new cat. They haven't gotten a new cat. They just have a husky, and my dog stays with them. So I think cats would actually do that though. Like when they die, they would choose to haunt their owner.
I think so too. Cats are just assholes, so they would do something like that.
I know, because it's exactly what I would do. And like, I think I generally give off an alley cat vibe, you know?
Alley cat vibe, okay.
As Chelsea Peretti says.
You just walk around.
I wander, you know, come by when needed, leave. Sometimes I bite. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then this one time I thought was like, this is gonna be fucked up, like, but it's this. We went to this real bad part of town where like gangbangers and stuff lived, like real like ex felons and current people. You know, just a really bad part of town, and like I had to go to those places. Yeah, very cool kids.
The bad boys.
Yeah, they're really fucking cool. But we go into this place, or this little shack, in this room, and there's this gang member in there, and he's just like completely tatted up. He's like, he's a Latino guy, and he is wearing like a white beater, basketball shorts, and knee-high socks.
Hot.
So, no, not at all. Just an old guy, just prison tattoos everywhere, and he overdosed.
Oh.
Which he was like injecting. But like when he was injecting, he overdosed, and like the needle and everything was in his arm, but like in his hand was like a little Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal.
Oh my god!
And I thought
cute.
it was the funniest thing. Like at the time, I started laughing because like it makes you dark and morbid lurking there.
Well, I mean, it's like, okay, you're gonna overdose next to a Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal. What is that? Your child?
Yeah, I know. Just like it was just so funny because it was like in his hand, you know. Like I was
super
just, like,
symbolic. You go back to what you were.
He had like he had a tattooed mustache. They went, oh.
All right.
And we're back.
We back.
But he had a tattooed mustache like on his face, like among like a bunch of other face tattoos, and it was just like one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Like maybe he couldn't grow facial hair.
Oh, it was bad. He was probably looked like he was in his like early 60s type of guy, but still like
poor guy,
gangstered out.
I would feel sad about that one. Overdoses do get me because I'm like, oh, these people are just trying to be happy.
Yeah, and then I mean it's sad. It's definitely sad when anybody passes away. I saw some really, 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 really bad shit though too. Like, like one thing that like one time that really like got me was like I had to go to the hospital, to like the children's hospital. I had to go to like children's hospital and like pick up a child who had passed away.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
It's always, especially because like their life hasn't even started. It's like, why don't you take the old racist or something? You know?
Yeah, that was weird because that was the first time I like put a body like on the gurney and I like actually like lifted it up, no problem. Like, and just, you know, because with normal people you have to wrap them up and pull them over, but this was like nothing. I was like, oh, that was pretty bad. And then a couple babies and stuff. Like I didn't go to the actual baby calls, but I saw them like in the morgue and stuff when I was like checking in bodies and stuff like that. Like, because you have to go and check them in like for the crime scene ones, and you have to like inventory all like their personal belongings on them and check them in with the bag.
At least babies don't own anything.
Yeah. One time I was there and I was like, it was like late at night, and like when you check them in, you have to put them in the freezer, and you know they're supposed to be covered up, right? Like, and just everything. And that was the procedure. But I kid you not, one night at like 2 a.m, I went and I opened the. When I was getting ready to push another body in to the freezer, there was this one sitting and right in the middle, had no sheet over it. It was just this old man, and he was in this position. And it scared the living shit out of me. But and then I like stopped and like looked, and I was like, holy shit, he really looks like he was scared to death.
If I died looking like that, I would want someone to take a photo of me.
Oh yeah, no, I was like, no, that's just you can't do that.
I think like I need that in a will. Like if I die with a weird face or something like that, please take a photo of it.
If it's family, yeah, but I mean, if it's some stranger at the morgue, like a 22-year-old kid, like I was like, no, I never wanted to take pictures.
I think that should be a service. They have to do it just in case the family want to see what he looked like. You can frame it for their funeral too.
Yeah, no.
It comes in different print sizes, kind of like how they do it like Six Flags. Yeah. You have to have someone offer that service now.
Yeah. Just go. You want this?
Try and sell the photo. We can Photoshop him next to someone famous.
Just him and Elvis. He's like, yeah. Oh man, that would be great. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting job.
Yeah. I think I have only really had weird jobs. I think my most normal job I had was working as a receptionist at a hair salon, but I was like the worst receptionist because I'm pretty quiet and shy, but even more so back then. So I just like would hide whenever the phone rang, and that was like literally the only thing in my job description was to answer phones, and I was just awful at my job. But then they told me I was the best employee they've ever had for like the receptionist job, and it was like, I think y'all should get better standards or hiring practices.
Maybe they're a new business.
No. I was not a good employee, and they would bring me back to train new employees, and I would tell them, yeah, you can just go hide in the bathroom if you want.
I mean, everybody that trained me at like shitty places, like I worked at a grocery store, you know, and the people when they were training me, it's like, yeah, this is where we come back and hide for a few minutes, and you know, just that was like the first day. I was like, oh, okay, these people get it.
You have Trader Joe vibes.
No, I worked for Smart and Final.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's just a
Smart and Final destination.
Yeah,
one-stop shop.
Yeah, I worked there when I was like 17, 18, and then I went from there. Started working at some banks, and then I worked for the dead body company. Actually, I'm good on that. I'm fucking stoned.
It's okay. Yeah, this is my first day smoking in 2 days. You know, I made it 2.5 days. And you know what? I'm proud of that.
That's nice.
You know, you don't have to have a tea break for long, but you should do it.
Yeah, just a little break.
You know, a little break.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier. People say, I'm quitting, and then they can't, and then they quit quitting, and then they get all mad at themselves. We're like, no, just take a break when you need to take a break.
Yeah. I'm like, not... Like, I'm sober, and I'm trying to stay sober for a while, just like, but I don't think I'm never going to have alcohol again. You know, you got to be realistic.
Yeah, I did that I did that like all 2020. I just didn't drink for like over a year. And then I didn't start like actually having drinks again until I came out here.
Yeah, well, Texas will do that to you.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like people moving out here for a little bit, there's like this like honeymoon phase when you move here where it's kind of like a summer camp almost.
Almost, yeah. Everything's new, you know.
Yeah, and everyone's just like out all the time. And
Yeah, my thing is like I literally I was here, everything was new, but I was like learning where all like the comedy spots were. Like
Yeah.
I still haven't done anything in this city at all, you know, like I haven't like hardly gone anywhere like during the day. I'm like,
oh yeah, I think at night though it's just like going out, drinking, and then you do comedy and stuff. But
yeah.
I think for a while before I
I
guess
like drinking after comedy.
yeah, I hated getting drunk. I don't like getting drunk on stage. I hate being drunk on stage. I'm not good at it. I'd rather just be sober because that's my best.
Yeah, I like a beer, probably like a beer, just like an hour before the show. If I know a show's coming up and the show's gonna start at 8, I'm having a beer at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna take a little hit of some weed at 7 o'clock, and then I'm just high and enjoying it and thinking like little funny things, and then I go up and feel great.
I think for me, I have to always remind myself to have fun on stage.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever. I've literally had to think in my head, have fun.
Yeah.
Because I'm very type A. So like if I smoke weed before, I just get even more paranoid about it. So I'm just like, I have to do it sober, or else I'm just come off even more spectrum-y.
Sometimes I feel like when I go on stage and I'm just like having like a full on panic attack. Like
Yeah.
it's my favorite thing in the world. Like that feeling on stage, having a panic attack and just like telling my jokes like exactly the way I want to, and it's getting the response that I wrote them for. Like it's my favorite thing in the world. Like it's the best.
Oh God. Yeah. When you have you don't like those good sets, it's like just like you're like, I would change nothing about this. Actually, you'd change minor things. I don't think I'm ever like,
Yeah,
I want to change nothing about it.
Doesn't matter how good it is. It's like, I fucked up that.
Yeah.
I fucked up that. Unless it's exactly the way you wanted to say it. I've only done that a handful of times and they're never recorded. It's always the ones that are never recorded where it goes perfect.
Oh my God. And then the resets you record, you're just like, fuck.
You're like, okay, I get it. And you're like, oh, okay. But even over time, like a good set, you'll listen to it just to like revert back onto it, and you're just like, the laughter just feels like it's not. It's like, and you've experienced like better than that set. You're like, oh, that's not as good as I thought, you know. And but it's a good way to rework and trim fat.
Yeah, I think because I'm super deadpan, I've been like, I get more proud of my sets where I get animated now because I'm very just one level.
Yeah.
Vocally most of the time.
That's exactly what that's what I do. Yeah, we're like the Bonnie and Clyde of
we're just like
deadpan.
Monotone. It comes and
goes. But I used to be like really bad where I'm like, but now it's like I think it's just more of like a dry, dark how I speak now, because it's just like I'm talking confidently and into the mic and projecting. And
for like a week last year, I for some reason sound like I had a Minnesota accent whenever I was doing stand up.
Really?
I just listened back and was like, why do I sound like I'm from the Midwest right now?
Don't you know?
Don't you know? Hey.
Gee golly.
Oh God. I think it could work better. Maybe I should actually change my voice to Minnesota, and then I'll start killing.
You're gonna change your origin story?
Origin story.
Write yourself a whole Wisconsin bit.
Oh, that's true. I was just gonna say I just moved here from Wisconsin.
I know, but then you'd have to have stories from like Wisconsin.
Or I could just have the accent and just be from Texas and just be like, oh, it's just how I sound. I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Or you should say my mom's from Minnesota.
I think it'd be funny just to have no relation to Minnesota and to just sound that way.
This is how I talk.
This is how I am, you know? I'm just a joy to be around. I can't even do accents when I try. It just happens subconsciously.
I can't do them at all. Like I don't try at all. Like I can't do that. I can't sing.
Can you try doing a Scottish accent?
No, I just do not want to do it at all. I couldn't even think of it. Like
the Irish or Scottish, they're like butter. That's the only word I can say.
Scottish.
Scottish.
I don't. I'm like, oh yeah, wouldn't even remember.
I don't
to say
even know. I feel like every other language uses, not even language, people use a, like Canadians a.
I mean, everyone uses a. EH. It's the best. It's a or.
I like how in Spanish it's Ja 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 ja. Ja ja ja.
Or also bahaha bahaha bahaha.
I love watching subtitles for that's like the only way I can enjoy like the translations.
Oh, it's subtitle. I love watching stuff with subtitles on. Except when it's like if it is something that is dubbed. Sometimes I will be like, oh, I want to see where it doesn't match up.
Yeah.
Like those are fun too.
What
are you watching right now? Or do you binge? Do you binge shows?
I binge shows. I don't have any show I'm watching right now, really. Because I finished all of them. I've been watching Euphoria because I am a child.
I haven't watched that at all.
Okay, well, you should get with it.
I know.
Everyone's into it.
I've been watching everything else on HBO, but that
Righteous Gemstones.
the best.
I love that show.
Oh my gosh, it was so
it's
good.
So good. I love anything with Danny McBride though. I like it.
Danny McBride, John Goodman, Adam Devine. It was a good
Joe Jonas
trio.
now.
Joe Jonas now's in it. Yeah, like that's so
Eric
funny.
Andre. It's just like anyone you could ever want in a show together is in it.
When they brought on Eric Andre, I was like, yes.
That was a game changer for me. It's also hard to get people into that show, I feel like, to be like, yeah, it's just like a show about
Christians.
Good Christian comedy, you know?
Yeah, no, like, yeah, I've tried to tell a couple people, and they're like, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna love this by myself, watch it. Well, The Righteous Gemstones, I'm real excited that Raised by Wolves 2 is out. Like, so I haven't started that yet, but that's gonna be the next one I'm about to dive into on HBO.
Okay. I watched the show Search Party. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
It's so funny. They have the very funny girl with a lot of freckles on her face in it. She was in
Arrested Development.
Yes, her. She stars in it. And then John Early. And they have a lot of stand-ups in there for some reason. But it's like a great show. Incredible show for the first like 4 seasons. And then in the last season, can I just tell you how they end it?
Yeah.
They're just like zombies. Out of nowhere. They're just like, yeah, zombies. And the show's done.
That's hilarious.
Worst ending to a show ever.
You know what? But that's how things would happen though. Maybe like, you know, in real life, like somebody's like that doesn't pay attention to the news or anything. They're doing something. They're trying to figure something out or accomplish something, and then all of a sudden they're about to accomplish it, and then like, holy shit, the world just became zombies. Like, and that's just how they died and became zombies. Because you gotta remember, every single zombie has a story of like how it became a zombie.
That's true, and that's gonna happen for sure. I'm excited. Rogan's Club's not gonna happen because zombies.
Opening night, just zombies coming running, just destroy everything.
God, yeah, everyone has their own zombies coming to be.
But Joe Rogan's probably got to build. He's gonna have like some kind of like
compound. We could all actually go probably.
He's gonna have he's gonna have his club, but he's gonna have something like
underground.
He's probably gonna have something like a safe room or like a bunker. Like he'll be safe wherever he's just building wherever he needs to be. You know.
I feel like every rich person probably has a bunker.
I mean,
like mega rich person.
It's yeah. I mean, they're probably just
like Jeff Bezos. He for sure has a hideout for if the world just ends.
Oh, a cave house.
Cave house. I would love a cave house.
Cave house would be sick. Could you imagine? Like, I'm gonna find the dopest cave that I can breathe and gets airflow, and just his whole living room is just those like the calcium buildups. You know,
it's beautiful.
He's like, I know this is sacred and just really old, but we're gonna cut a dining table in right here. We're gonna put the oven's gonna go here. We're gonna drill up through the granite.
Yeah. Gonna have an area for my Prime delivery still.
What's that called? That's definitely an underground layer, right?
Oh, for sure.
That's definitely.
It's Bat Cave. It's Bat Cave.
Oh, okay, so like, what is he gonna like? What is gonna be the thing that turns him into like the villain?
The villain. Climate change.
Climate change will turn him into the villain?
No, that's already true.
Like I'm talking like where he'll like
he falls
blatantly.
Okay, so he falls into the crystals. And it cuts off his hand, and now he hates Earth. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we forget he exists because he lives in a cave now.
Yeah.
And when life goes on without him, and he's like, what the fuck? I've been here the whole time. Why did y'all just leave me in my cave? I got stuck here. No one came and checked on me.
Oh, yeah. That's like, he's like, no one came and tried and got me out of the cave and let me see the light. You know?
Now all of y'all have to be in the cave.
Exactly.
And then he has the world to himself.
And that was that one philosopher's thing about the cave and I can't remember the name of it, which is really sad because I got my bachelor's in philosophy.
Okay.
The
Was that? Did you do anything with it?
yeah, I came here. No, I just because I graduated and started working at like the family business and helping my dad run the place, and I was gonna give him a year and then move to LA to do stand up, and then then COVID hit and I got stuck there for like 3 years, and then I was like, then LA shut down, and it's like, so I was like, I still want to get out of here, and I was like, I don't want to take the business over, so I was like, I want to go try this. And but it was all perfect. Me and my dad have a great relationship, so it's like it wasn't like a big like, oh fuck you dad or nothing like that, you know, like
fuck you, I'll never run this business like you want to. Those are your dreams, not mine.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like that, but my dad totally understands. He's like, you're not happy here, go try what you want to do, like, you know. So because I didn't even I just originally went back to school just because I was 24 and I was declared independent, so I got paid to go to school. So I started going back, and then while I was right when I started, right when I was getting ready to transfer to the state college back home, Fresno State, then I started getting good at stand-up and getting booked on shows. But I made the decision to stick out college and finish what I started, and then go give comedy. So that's I did stand-up through college and then worked. And
nice.
And once I was out of college, I was really ready to go, but then life happened and shut down. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. It kind of pandemic was like the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone had it happen to them.
Yeah. But I was just happy to have a good job too, set up. I mean, I bought a house and
that's sick.
So I have property in California and just have a renter in it now and live here and doing stand up, trying to just make my name pop. Nicholas,
Nicholas. If I knew how to,
we'll edit that. We'll animate that in later.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Tight.
It's gonna be Nicholas and all pink, hot pink.
Oh yeah, I have a picture to show you then if you want to see that. Did you might have seen it? It's on my Instagram of me as a child. My mom was she dressed me in a hot pink tank top and black and pink shorts and had me lay down on a sheepskin rug.
Okay, I have to figure out how to edit that in then.
Oh yeah, it's that one. That's me.
I'll just show it. Look at him.
Just say my mom made me do that, but I made her.
That's actually the cutest child photo I've seen.
Yeah,
was she trying to pimp you out?
I don't know. But
also, do you have biceps in this? It's I was a swole child.
But yeah. So I was that's my mom's child abuse.
Sam Lopez keeps sending me videos of this one child that lifts and works out. It's a real account on Instagram. These parents let this child work, which I guess if it wants to do it. Also, why am I calling it an it? Sorry, a child.
You don't know what it is. Well, you don't know what it's going to be.
That's true. It hasn't chosen yet.
It hasn't chosen.
All children are.
They're we're going to leave this one, the birth certificate. They're what's the name? They're it's
whatever it
is. And then male, female, we're going to leave that blank.
We're going to let them choose. I don't want to put any pressure on them.
Yeah,
it's a heated topic now. It's a heated topic.
Heated.
Yeah. My sibling's transgender, and so that's always fun to, because, I'm from Texas, so I have super conservative family, so it's always fun to, see the interactions and, how people took it. Not fun, but it's, interesting to see. I don't enjoy seeing it, but it kind of shows you who's a real person and who's just prick.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure.
But, it's cool. I was the first person they told because I'm the most accepting and nicest and probably the best person. So that was nice.
The best person in your family? That's nice.
Yeah. I know. I was thank you. I'll take that. Another ego boost for me. Do you have anything else you want to add? I feel we got significantly high during this podcast.
We did get really, really high. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to look at my stoned face on this podcast later.
Yeah, I didn't put makeup on. I'm just let's just get high today.
Just look right at it. Thanks for coming by. No, just you can follow me on Nick Fitzwell on Instagram and Twitter.
I'll link it below.
Link it below, please. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. This was fun.
Thank you for doing it.
No problem. Anytime.
Yeah, be sure to follow him. He's very funny. And And then, just...
Oh, yeah, you could check out my Kill Tony episode 539. I don't know. Like, I'm all high now. I'm like, what else do I got?
You're like, check out his Kill Tony episode 539.
Yeah, and then
Boop, 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 pew.
look for me out in Austin. This is what I look like.
Yeah, he does shows a lot. Okay, bye.
Bye.